Yeah, I'm ready.
Hello! Oh, hello and welcome. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day, and Hiccup has just woken up and decided to join in the party.
Look at that.
Hi, everybody.
Good timing.
We are
So
Queer
funny.
Dungeoneers playing a game of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons homebrew adventure set in a world of skyships and floating islands and strange magics and deep mysteries and very, very fluffy cats.
Oh no. Oh.
I have, as my name is Chris, I use he, him pronouns, and I have the honour and joy of wrangling this chaos as its dungeon master and storyteller.
Yeah, Wayne isn't playing today. It's
yeah.
Hiccup.
With me are my 3 regular players and my cat. All of whom will be joining in the fun and will introduce themselves. And I'm not going to start with Voigt. I'm going to start with Hiccup. Hiccup.
Starting with you.
Hiccup.
Oh, now you're quiet.
Now you're quiet, yeah.
Charlie, would you mind going first whilst our little man decides what he's doing?
Oh, baby. Hello, I'm Charlie. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Aisling, who I adore, and she's a Saw Warlock, and she's a wonderful ball of chaos and ball of fur as well.
Thematic.
Yep.
Amazing. Theo, if you'd like to go second, please.
Yes, hello, I'm Theo. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the half-elf wizard Eugene.
Amazing. And last but not least, Wayne.
Hi, I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him, and I shall be playing the Dragonborn Rock with a little help from my cat. He's now standing on the keyboard, so I apologize if I type anything weird.
Amazing. That sounds about right.
This feels very weird not having Nikki here, by the way. I got very used
doesn't-
to
I
him
know.
being here.
Nikki, we miss you.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And speaking of Nikki, Bespectacled Man and Feline Trickster are in the chat, keeping
Dream
an eye
team.
on things, just making sure that you're safe. They are our mods, and they carry big ban hammers, which they are happy to use on bots and unpleasant people, and those wonderful adverts that everybody started getting again.
Very weird.
Yeah, all very odd. So if you do notice something and we have missed it, please just drop them a message. They will pick it up for us, and just make sure you guys are all safe there.
Oh shit. Michelle's like, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stab him.
I think we've got a mod war, and it's like you guys upgrading to each other. I'd like to do a couple of shout outs. I'm going to start with Misadventurers League. Our friend Hedge is in chat, which means Misadventurers League are here. They have just wrapped on their first season of their Vampire the Masquerade game, London Towerfall, which has been a lot of fun. But that's okay. If you've missed it, you can still catch up on their YouTube. Hedge is a wonderful person. He has a wonderful group of people around him. He's going to take a couple of weeks off. Definitely going to take a couple of weeks off and then come back with a new space-themed adventure, Kids in Space, which should be hilarious fun.
It's gonna be so good.
Get your ET cosplay out.
Follow them on Twitch, pop over to their socials, and just engage with them. Keep an eye on what they're doing. They're lovely people. We love them to pieces, and we're very excited to see what comes next. Second shout out is for our friends Dice and a Slice. Do you like cake? And do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Why wouldn't you like those things? Well, now you can have them together in the amazing podcast that is Dice and a Slice. Our friends over at Dice and a Slice are telling a nautical themed adventure with ancient gods, disappearing gods, mysteries and corruptions. It's really good fun, piratical themed goodness. With the most amazing group of people. We love them to pieces. We love their adventures. It is a quiet week for them this week, but they will be back with their next episode a week on Monday, providing Alicia doesn't need to have a little bit more time, in which case it will definitely be out at some point that week. They're really good at that sort of thing. think it's a quick of a short one today, but I think that's everybody, isn't it? Good. Our last shout out is to Hiccup, who you can hear purring at the moment.
Oh!
I was just gonna say I can hear purring.
Cool. So with that said, all that remains for me to do is drop the titles. We're back. Previously on Some Other Heroes, our adventurers have helped Eugene undergo his wizard's harrowing, the test that will allow him to move beyond the standardized benchmark for magic cast to become a high mage of the
Got a
scattered
full
lands.
license instead of a provisional.
Yep, absolutely. This means that Eugene can now access more powerful, potentially reality-altering spells, and it's so hard to kind of concentrate with Hiccup just like popping up there.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. He's decided. It has been an interesting journey. A wizard's test that threw them accidentally into the land of dust and shadow. Uncovering a plot by agents of the worm that devoured to draw a conduit of wild magic to use as a bomb to shatter the borders between the prison realm of fire, where the worm that devours is held, and the realm of dust and shadows, which is currently unoccupied by a deity. Cleverly, with their allies, our friends, and their new friend Skaith, they tracked down and stopped the invasion temporarily by removing the conduit that was holding the leader of those armies from play. Without that anchor, the demon lord who was commanding those armies was returned to the prison realm of fire, giving their ally Throne's Blade and her armies a chance to regroup, recenter, and prepare for the next push. Throne's Blade took them back through the Alabaster Throne, the 13th god seat that is at the center of this realm. Some strange visions of the past and some potential visions of the future for each of our friends. Arriving back, they found that they had only been gone a couple of hours, even though it had been a couple of days for them, and that a very tense exchange with the court, the Eternal Court, and the head of the Scholistus, who were understandably slightly worried about the sudden breach in New Dawn's defences. It was all smoothed over, explanations were given, and our friends returned home to rest. The next day, Eugene was celebrated as he finally officially takes his place among the High Mages of the Scattered Lands. During this time, they said goodbye to their friend Skaith, who has gone on to his next adventure. And that is where we find them now. A few moments after Skaith has gone, the party kind of goes back into something a bit calm and kind of more sort of standardized. Like you're doing the rounds, talking to different people. There is...
Or am I dancing like a lunatic?
Probably dancing like a lunatic, but there's probably
Ashling's
enough.
not going to mingle.
There are enough blade singers and the like out there to kind of also cut a rug with you. So you're not on your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to kind of congratulate Eugene and just kind of have a few moments with him. No one is kind of monopolizing Eugene's time, though. And oddly, quite a few people want to talk to Rock. Definitely very interested in the perspective of a Dragonborn from outside the city on certain matters within the city. Lots of questions about how they do it in the Empire, and we understand that you've travelled, so have you any idea about how we should handle this sort of thing? And it's like lots of people in official robes trying to look important, and you kind of feel like you're an exotic thing that they want to kind of be seen engaging with. And a couple of them are just genuinely curious and quite nice people as well. Like,
Is Ashling's passive insight able to pick up any of this bullshit?
oh, there's bullshit everywhere. This is one of those parties.
Can I occasionally sort of aggressively dance bump into people who are doing it a lot at Rock?
Yeah, make me a performance check.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, it's an 8.
An 8. I mean, you don't get away with it. I think a couple of people. I think eventually.
I was never trying to get away with it.
And I think at one point, Aramis kind of just, not in an aggressive way, but just kind of just takes you off to one side and goes, probably best not to upset some of the people that we need on our side right now,
Being
Ash.
such assholes.
And they always will be. They've had centuries to get good at it.
Oh,
I think in her head, Aisling, as she's led away, just hears Rock saying, "Thanks for trying." And I think
finger guns and get back on the dance floor.
I think unusually, Rock is probably. I think Rock is being unusually polite, reserved, and sort of statesmanly.
Mm-hmm.
So is answering questions, but is not. It's not like Rock, shows off or anything.
You're not engaging.
But were he somebody who shows off, he wouldn't. He's definitely not doing that now.
Yeah.
He's keeping very kind of low key, being very polite and statesmanly, and answering questions. But I think if Aisling or Eugene actually heard or saw the conversations, he's being way more reserved and. I guess, and just properly polite than
You're being Alexa.
you are used to. Pretty much.
Being Alexa.
answering when asked questions, and otherwise answering the questions that no one asked, and usually giving the wrong information.
Being
Perfect.
screamed at about every 5
So
minutes.
what's the capital like, Rock? The capital has a population of this many.
How do they do this in the Empire? Clay can be found in all sorts of regions.
Oh, too real, Wayne. I'm having, yeah, too real.
Chris
I'm
is
sorry,
traumatized by
something
them.
went wrong.
I don't know that one. Anyway, so I think he's just being very polite, answering stuff, but is actually sort of literally just kind of standing there and letting it kind of just be a very low-key kind of thing and trying not to stand out.
Amazing. I think after the sort of prerequisite time that most people kind of stay at these things, some people start to drift off. It gets a bit quieter and it becomes much more of a family affair. So the Zilmans and their staff and estate. And I think as the last guest sort of wanders off, Taletta kind of gathers you all. Aramis has a surprise for Eugene, and I think they would quite like Aisling and Rock to come as well.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah.
I know Eugene really loves surprises.
She leads you back inside, and there is Aramis, your grandpère, holding a scroll, looking pleased as punch, next to just a big clear wall. And as soon as you three of you come forward, they go, right, this is great. Very excited for this. I've not done this before. This is really good.
Rob takes several steps back.
Rolls out the scroll and starts reading an incantation. And a silver line starts to appear on the wall, forming into a familiar looking door. The front door to your home in Cloud's
Yep.
Cairn.
Yes. Fast travel point unlocked.
And they knock politely on the door, and there's a movement outside, and Kath opens the door. Lord Aramis, Pashki's chosen. It was the master has informed me that you would be arriving by magic. Please come in.
What?
So
Well,
we found a small loophole, Taletta and I, in the laws of New Doan. We cannot leave New Doan technically, but we can enter into extra-dimensional spaces, providing we know where they are. And your uncle's home is an extra-dimensional space. And he has agreed, well, he wants to congratulate you in person. Taletta just kind of reaches out and just squeezes Eugene's shoulder. Unfortunately, we can't see your mother because of the restrictions, but we understand that she has left something with her love and gratitude. And you wander in to the estate back in Cloud's Cairn.
with the grandpairs?
With the grandparents. And your aunt as well comes.
Wow.
You kind of go in and you walk into the dining area, and Kath has set up one of her famous spreads. Tea and cake and pastries.
Wait, is Evelyn here?
Evelyn's
Do we get
pastries.
pastries?
There is a very excited looking Evelyn standing right there.
I think as soon as Eugene sees Evelyn, he will run over and give her like the biggest hug.
She just hugs you back, and she lifts you up because that's what she does. And
Yeah.
she kind of, magic's so cool. I am so. Are they nice? I'm
Huh?
really.
What?
Are they nice? I'm really.
Yeah. Oh,
nervous.
yeah. Don't be nervous. They're really nice.
Aramis comes and goes, well, this is delightful. I love this. This is exactly the sort of home that I've always said that we should have, Taletta. Taletta goes, you've never mind. And she wanders over. Evelyn, I am Taletta Zilman. I am your grandmother. It is and she kind of almost is knocked over as Evelyn just runs into a hug with her.
As soon as Rock sees that, I think he just walks past towards the drinks cabinet, and he just goes, "Oh, well, that took seconds longer than I thought it would."
Fucking hell, Rock.
There's a lot of conversation and a lot of exchanging of, like, there's sort of basic information that probably Eugene did as well in the first meeting with Taletta and Aramis as well. Just kind of sitting down, and you're all sat down. Kath serves everything, and there's a few moments later, and Tythik comes into the room with a smile and goes, I hope I left enough time for everybody to introduce themselves properly. I'm not interrupting. If I am, please say I will come back in a little while.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Just come in.
Um,
Look, Eugene, it's your uncle who isn't your uncle, who's coming to meet your family who weren't your family until recently.
Pretty
Thanks for
standard
the
family
reminder.
reunion.
Evelyn just kind of goes, Rock, you should try this bun, and puts one right in your mouth.
Rock's probably like that. Oh, no.
I mean, Aramis has kept me abreast of the situation with a blow-by-blow, right? So many sendings that man has been sneaking whilst you've been doing things. That person's been sending me. I am so proud of you, my boy. So proud. You did so well. And under some quite challenging circumstances as well. Aisling, Rock, thank you for being there for him and for supporting him. I could not.
Oh, no, we only went along to eliminate him should something go wrong, apparently.
And he just kind of rounds on Taletta and Aramis. Are they still doing that in Nudoan?
Oh, yes, apparently so. We were instructed by a remarkable young man that we met. Yes, no, but yes, you're more than welcome. We brought him back, so good on us.
Yeah, we didn't have to do it. Yay!
And only one minor misadventure, from what I understand.
Oh my god.
I'd say it was quite major.
Which minor misadventure are you referring to?
Disappearing for 2 hours.
Oh, that minor one, where we got sucked into a portal using the energy of the waves and transported to an entirely different realm where there was a war on that had been waging for 2 years. That minor inconvenience, yes?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
You do know how to find trouble, don't you?
I'm
Trying to.
I don't think that was our fault for once, at least. I mean, we were not the ones who were involved in what was essentially a human sacrifice of some poor child.
Well, we can go over those details as when you return officially, and we can talk about what happened. But for now, we are going to have a nice evening celebrating, I think. Unless any kind of like in the kind of messages, Rock. Unless you think there's details that we desperately need.
I've just replied saying I don't think there is anything that will make any difference whether it's tonight or when we're back.
Well, I'm only ever a letter away. Oh, speaking of which, there's 5 sheafs of male birds over there if you need them. Grab.
I will definitely take a couple.
There's general milling. Your grandpa grabs Tythik, and the two of them start chatting like they're old friends, even though you know for a fact they've not really engaged that much. Taletta and Evelyn are sitting very close, and she calls Eugene over to kind of discuss things. Make me a perception check, everybody.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to use digital dice because the cat's lying on all my dice. I'm genuinely not kidding. He is literally lying across all of my dice.
Ah, dear.
No rolls for you. Only tummy rolls.
Oh, okay. Digital dice been friendly. What was that? We were rolling a perception.
A perception check, please.
19 for me.
19, nice.
15.
15?
Got a nat 20 for a total of 28.
Yeah.
Go, Ashley.
Nice.
All
Yeah.
of you pick up on the fact that there is a very off to one side, trying to hear on what's going on is Toby. And just behind Toby is Gree. As the two of them are trying to listen in and look surreptitious, like they're because they're not trying to interfere, but they want to know what's going on.
Oh,
Are
you
they
see,
in the room?
No,
or-
they're off on one of the hallway across the hallway in the lounge.
oh, look, Gree, do come in and meet the family.
For fuck's sake!
I mean, come on, you can't set that up and not expect Rock to keep quiet.
Oh my god!
I think
Um,
Eugene just tries to send like a look if he can catch Sadia's eye, just to send like a look of please help me.
Rock, why don't you tell me about what your place in Cloud's Kern and what you get up to? She says, and just grabs you by the arm and walks you over to.
Wow.
Is she even trying to pretend that it's genuine?
No.
No. Because otherwise, I was going to roll an insight on that one. I will take her hand and say, of course. Have you met Gree and Toby, who work in our research department? Before we head off, I wouldn't want to be rude and not
I'm gonna
introduce
start
you.
blasting. I'm gonna start blasting.
So you say Toby's name, and that's an invitation to the small tabaxi, who wanders in very swiftly and is
Yay.
immediately like engaging with everybody and chatting. Gree kind of hovers back a little bit and gives a gentle wave to Eugene as he pokes his head
Eugene
around.
waves.
I am actually going to introduce Gree to Sadia just very briefly and just kind of say, this is Gree, who was actually on the island that we ended up being, that was Parshkick's island. And now works with Tythik in the research department and is most helpful, I believe. I don't really know what they do. There's a lot of books involved.
My specialty is ancient history and protective magics. Used to be some of my interests. I would love to pick your brains on some of the more ancient approach, the pre-ascension approaches, if that's at some time, if that's acceptable.
Ashling's sitting and staring across the table like this.
Before that conversation goes on, I'm just going to say, anyway, you wanted to know about Cloud's Kern, and I'm going to lead her away. But before I lead her away, I am going to. I think I will probably do it using my telepathy. I am going to message Gree, and I am just going to very quickly, as we walk away, just say. Just so you know, Eugene did exceptionally well. You should be very proud of him, and I will carry on walking with Sadie and take her to the other side of the room. And as soon as we get out of earshot, I'm just going to say to her, "Wow, you are remarkably adept at being subtle, almost as good as I am."
Oh my god!
I think it was more along the lines of Aisling was going to blast you.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it. She threatens all the time. One day she'll actually follow through, but for now, it's fine.
I've like sat on my glowing hands to try and.
Toby is asking your grandpa 1,000,001 questions about Nugoan, and they've locked on somebody who has their energy, and the two of them are just standing like, and your grandpa is delighted by the star guy Tobine's. He's picking Toby's brains about Malwind and the floating forest and what druid life is like for them. And you're not entirely certain, but you're fairly sure that you can hear a subtle little purr coming from Toby as they stand there.
Come on, Hiccup, where's the Foley?
Or is it
We
Hiccup?
need you.
Or is it Hiccup? Yeah.
Sorry, I just dozed off on the dice.
Oh, god damn it.
I think just watching all of this from the side a little bit with Sadie, I'm just going to say to her, so just to check, does this mean that like we can come and go through this at any time?
Unfortunately, not all the time. This is a bit of a one-time deal.
No. It's
unless you learn that specific spell.
Oh no, I certainly won't be able to learn that spell. But there's more. I was just wondering if you really understood what you'd let yourself in for, but that's probably for the best, to be honest.
To be honest, Rock, if everything goes the way that we hope it does with the Eternal Court, there may be opportunities for greater cooperation between places.
You know, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. Let's just take it one day at a time.
Prepare for the worst,
Yeah.
but hope for the best.
Sure, yeah, we'll do that one.
After a little while kind of milling around, Evelyn just kind of grabs Eugene by the hand. Okay, right. I am buzzing with excitement. I would like to give Eugene his present now, Uncle Perb, if that's okay. Well, by all means, it's a celebration, of course. I'll go get it. You wait right there. And she disappears. And she comes back with a pouch, which is marked with a familiar little symbol, which you recognize as Loot's shop. She hands it over. It's inside the bag. The bag's bigger on the inside. It's one of those weird things. I'm keeping the bag, by the way, because the bag's really cool and useful, and I can put lots of ingredients in it.
Oh my god.
The
Give me the wrapping
Are
paper
you
back.
giving me a present, or are you giving me half a present?
present's inside the bag.
Okay. You want me to open it now?
Yeah, go on.
In front of everyone.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just turn the if you turn it outside, everything falls out. Apparently, everything comes out at the same time.
Oh shit.
Okay, should I brace myself? Like, how much stuff is in here?
Do it. It's cool.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
He will open the bag and turn it upside down.
Yep. 3 objects fall out. The first one floats to the floor gently and just kind of hovers for a second. Is a long black staff with a gold head with a lilac Appleby gem lodged in the top. The second item is a letter. And the third item is a ring made of like a sort of tungsten steel with a very simple lilac gem, like a little amethyst settled into it. You can look up Eugene's Staff of Summoning.
Oh my god.
And
That's so
this
cool.
is the same. Is this the same stuff that I saw in the?
This is
The waves.
exactly the same staff you saw in your vision.
That's so cool.
Oh. It's coming true.
Oh shit.
Let me know if you have any problems finding it. You should be
I
okay.
have found it. No worries.
Awesome.
What's it do? What's it do? What's it do?
Would you like me to read, or are you happy to read it?
Eugene reads it.
There's just a lot. Let me read
Okay,
the main.
You can
Yep,
tell us
nice.
later.
Oh my god! It increases my intelligence by 2 beyond 20,
What
which
the
is
fuck?
just
What the hell?
great
2
Best
beyond
present.
20.
ever.
Oh, he's going to be insufferable.
So,
You're omniscient now.
this is a legendary magical item. Its magical properties are as follows. The ebony hafted staff is crowned by an ornate gold head which contains a deep purple crystal. Damage caused by the staff counts as magical, and on the successful hit, the staff does an additional 1d4 force damage first attack each round.
Holy shit.
If wielded by its intended user, Eugene Appleby, the staff gains the following features.
Zilman.
The staff increases your intelligence by 2, and this may take your stats beyond 20.
That's nuts.
Bloody hell.
Summoner's Heart. While using a spell that summons a creature in the staff, it will allow you to cast and concentrate on a secondary spell that requires concentration, provided that spell is not an additional summon spell. So you could have something like Enlarge Reduce and
Oh
Summon
my
Celestial
God.
at the same time.
So you can polymorph me and do whatever the hell else you want.
If you fail your
I don't have
concentration check,
polymorph
both
though, so I can't.
Oh,
both spells fail at the same time. You may add your spell attack modifier to this weapon when using it in melee. In addition, you may add the modifier from your ability score used to cast the spell for wizards, wisdom for juries, etc. On a successful hit, this weapon adds an additional 1d4. That's 2d4 force damage.
Jesus.
And you can use it like you can use your intelligence to attack with it as opposed to your strength.
Holy crap.
You may add your proficiency bonus to a skill check that the creature is making within 15 feet of you, provided you have proficiency in that skill. You may do this 3 times a day. All uses return at the beginning of sunrise. There we go. And you don't have to attune.
Oh! Double concentration and no attunement?
Yeah.
What a day.
What a day.
The other item is Archmage's ring, which doesn't have any statistical advantages, but is basically a magical item that mages can recognize that allows you to acknowledge
Pretty.
that you are an
This
Archmage.
is my badge.
Yes! Everyone badges, please, bitch.
This is what they give you when they take the L plate off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the letter.
Is the letter like sealed?
Yes.
Is there anything on the outside that would give me an indication of like? I'm assuming it's from his. This is all from his mum.
It does. It says Eugene in her handwriting on the front.
Okay, I think he just puts that in his pocket to read in private.
Fair.
We already made him open presents in front of people.
I know.
You'll
Yeah.
have to
Could you
forgive
read
them.
it out loud, Eugene?
Share with the class.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
God.
You'll have to
Sick.
forgive the dramatics, Eugene. But we couldn't resist.
He's been hanging out with Rock for a long time now.
Yeah, we wanted to get this sorted as a present to celebrate your.
Thank you.
The staff is dedicated to you. It will. Other people can use it, but it will only work at its full power for you.
I'm not letting anyone else touch this thing.
Should you wish in the future, you can also dedicate it to someone else. So if anything else happens to you, it will become that person's property and they can use it in your stead. But that is a thought for another day. Right, I need more cake and coffee.
Rock's headed over to the wine.
Ashling's not allowed any more coffee.
It is a very pleasant afternoon, early evening with your found family and your genetic family spending time getting to know one another in celebration of you. And one of those nice moments, whereas the other one was kind of important in terms of pomp and ceremony, this feels more like the sort of celebration that you would have preferred to start with. There is a lot of wizard talk.
Oh my god.
Spooks.
I feel like Aisling, Rock, and probably Clementine sitting in the corner with wine and tea and cake.
Both Taletta and Aramis and Sadia are all really fascinated by Clementine.
Oh, I've been showing everyone. I'm like a kid who's got a new toy that's like, guys, look.
Yeah, Aisling immediately runs to her room and brings like her favorite things to show
I'm
everyone.
gonna show everyone my thing.
This is my stick and this is my frog.
This is my bigger stick.
Oh my god, we bought this bread and it's like amazing. It's a little stale now, but it's still my favorite.
Yeah. Fully a child who's had too many Haribo showing people at a party.
That's amazing. It goes on to evening, and Taletta, unfortunately, is Just to break it up, he goes, right, unfortunately, we do need to return because the council will probably want to talk to us. I, for one, have had an amazing time, and I hope Eugene has. And I look forward to a time when we can make this a regular thing, I think. Well, I haven't been to New Doan for a long time, but seems like a good excuse to come and exchange ideas.
I mean, they've all been rather impressed with Eugene's abilities, so I would imagine they'd be quite interested in having some conversations with you.
I and them, they do things differently over there, and it'd be very interesting to see what we can sort of do to improve magic relations in general.
Wow, is that the understatement of the year?
One by one, the Zilmans get ready to leave. They give you chance to say goodbye. Speak to your friends and family privately. Your sister makes a promise to finish setting up her store to the point where it can run itself, and then she is going to come to New Doan. And she's like, I'd like to find out more about this market ring. I think maybe there might be space for a couple of shops.
Franchise.
Expanding already. Love it. Not even opened one shop yet. Already trying to open a second.
You
I
can
love it.
already see your grandpa making mental notes about which shops he's going to get prepped.
It's amazing.
I can't officially send my best to my daughter, but if I were, I'd know that you would let her know how much we love and miss her, says Toletta to your sister. Mum would have explained all that to me, and I would understand, and I would, of course, make sure that happened, but it's all hypothetical at this point.
So subtle, guys.
It's really lovely meeting you all, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. You, and she thumps your arm, don't scare people. I'm so proud of you, though. And grabs you for a big hug.
Thanks. I've missed you, Also, before we go, can you just sneak me some bread?
So that's why I needed the bag, you see.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Perfect.
And you kind of do notice that one of your pockets is a bit heavier than when you started this conversation.
It's full of cake.
It's got a little pouch in it. Now, can you have a chat with your tiefling? I think he's going to explode if he doesn't get to spend some time with you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right, well, this is... Where are we going? Hang on. And your uncle is dragged away by your sister for a second. Toby, who's just sitting there kind of eating the second, just follows them out and smiling.
Bye, Toby, bye.
Gree just kind of grabs you for a moment. Wow, that's a lot. Are you okay?
Yeah. A lot has happened in the past few hours, even. Yeah, but I'm okay. How are you okay?
Plodding on. Toby and I just got back from Malwind. Met Fulton. He's intense.
Intense, yeah.
Yeah.
Severe, I would say.
Toby seems to adore him. I can't work out whether that's because he's oblivious or immune.
Both, maybe.
Well, they had a lot to say, and we're getting permission to go and meet with the Allcaster to check on that temple and just make sure everything's working correctly. Yeah, if you think of any questions you want to ask the Allcaster, send me a sending or something, and we'll make sure that we ask them. Yeah.
me, hon.
Missing you, but not in a bad way. Just always things I want to kind of say to you, and just want to be.
Is there a bad way to miss someone?
I don't know. My teacher said you shouldn't obsess over people, but I think a little obsession's okay, right?
I guess so.
Like a gap.
Yeah, I missed you too.
I would offer to give you a kiss, but Aisling is totally watching us right now.
Fucking, no, I'm not. She's gone. She's hidden.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I had a lot of help.
Yeah, but that's what your proctors are for, right?
Yeah.
Well, Archmage Appleby, it is an honor to welcome you to the fraternity.
Also, I realized I was going to tell you about the whole Zilman thing before we left. But I it's kind of sort of a secret, but not a secret. But you know, I just.
We all have ancestors that have done amazing things. Well, you have ancestors that have done amazing things. But it's not a problem. And everything that comes up in the research room stays in the research room unless Tythig says it needs to go to Rebecca. So he has last.
I know. I just didn't want you to think I was keeping things secret.
No, I don't think that. I just kind of assumed you were either too busy or it wasn't ready information yet. I know you have to be very careful about all this. But...
I was mostly just preoccupied with stressing that they were not going to like me. So
how could they not like you? You're amazing.
Well, yeah, but you're biased.
Good reason. Okay, well now I am going to kiss you, if that's okay.
Okay.
And he just grabs you for a gentle hug and a kiss. Leans his head against yours. Look, just be careful, and I'm only ever ascending away.
Well, same.
Okay. Take care. Also, just steps back for a second. Scathe.
Ooh.
He's another wizard I was doing my harrowing with.
Oh, good. Good ally?
Oh, yes, very impressive.
Should we reach out to
he's
him?
a blade singer. Oh, no, he's... I don't really know exactly where he is, but he's doing something important.
Witness protection.
Okay, well, if he does come up again and you think he could help, send him our way. Another archmagus on the team would be useful.
I do love the way Grease said that, though. Who the fuck is Scathe?
Oh yeah, by the way, just a really little casual question, like who is Scathe?
Before you get it, I've been going through your sending history. Who the fuck is Scathe?
Not that, but I imagine that in the conversation, Scathe probably came up quite a lot around the room, and I think Eugene and Scathe did this, and Eugene and Scathe did that. I think there was definitely a little, who's Scathe? Oh dear.
A better wizard than me.
I don't believe that for a second. Just, I'm gonna miss you. but I'm really excited to catch up with you very soon.
Yeah, I will tell you many tales.
I'm looking forward to that. I won't keep you much longer, but I'll see you soon. And with that, Eugene is the last person to step through that silver door, which closes behind them and into gentle silver sparkles. That was wonderfully pleasant. I think we will relax for the rest of the evening. You're welcome to join us, or if you want to catch up and have a chat about things, there are lots of places to grab privacy. Shall we? Of course. Thank you for allowing us to see your home.
Thank you for arranging that.
It's all your grandpa's idea. Him and your uncle. To watch those two, if they strike up a friendship, it might be bad for the rest of us.
Oh,
Yeah, I could see
that
being
feels like
dangerous.
trouble. Yeah.
Be so good.
Anyway, I am going to retire to the lounge. Sadia, I have some documents I want to file and some information I want to go through. And she gives you a wink. I'll be in the library if you need me. Have a lovely evening.
How romantic.
She...
Come on, love, I've got documents to file.
Oh, in front of us, God.
Leaving the three of you alone near the gardens.
Aisling gives Eugene a massive hug because she hasn't done it yet.
Oh.
Like a big, fluffy, wonderful hug that's a big squeeze one. You did so good!
Thanks.
So fucking proud of you.
I'm kind of glad that's over. Well, at least the big party.
Yeah, you did it.
Official.
You've been worrying about this for ages, and it's all. You did it. It's done.
Yeah, it feels kind of weird that it's over.
Yeah, but
It wasn't exactly as it was sort of expected to happen, but so do we need to call you sort of Archmage now or something?
do we
Is
bow or
is there a title? I mean,
do
High
we have
Mage,
to
not
walk
Archmage.
backwards when we leave a room?
or High Mage, sorry.
You don't. I mean, it's not a requirement, but just
Optional.
have a nice ring to it, I suppose.
I told you he'd be insufferable.
Okay. Yeah, because you're so demure, Rock.
Anyway, it seems that they were quite impressed with your abilities, so I
I
guess...
didn't really think I did that much.
Can you even imagine, like, how amazingly you would have, like, smashed it if nothing went wrong? Like, all this shit hit the fan, and you were still like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I've got this. But imagine if nothing actually went wrong. They would have been like, you're the highest of the high mages. Here's all the crowns.
They
You
seem
get
to
a
have
crown, right?
full confidence in you.
No, I just get this ring.
Oh, that's pretty sick, though. Okay.
There is a general magic aura. I think both Aisling and Rock, because you're so well versed in magic, you can sense there is a magic aura from that ring.
Hell yeah.
I mean, if we can sense magical aura, we'd probably blinded from the start.
yeah,
Just be
yeah,
careful.
that is a very cool present. It
Yeah.
matches your outfit perfectly.
Hey, and also, I didn't mention this before, but I saw myself with this stuff. You know, when we were in the ways and we saw a vision of like a possible future.
Uh-huh.
I was
Yes.
carrying this stuff.
You had that one?
Yeah.
Oh! That
I
makes it
mean-
even
So
cooler.
at least I
'cause
don't
it's-
immediately break it.
I was going to say that. I mean, which either means that that future is closer than we thought, or
Oh, I don't think it is very close. I was starting to go grey.
Yeah, me too.
it sneaks up on you. But I am sorry. Oh,
Cats.
well, I think it's kind of impressive the way that you've handled being thrown into a city that's completely foreign to you, but also your home and family's home and new family and all of that, and then
And
undertook
like
a
a
harrowing.
council of
and-
terrifying other elves.
Yeah, there really are a lot. I mean, and not in a good way.
There's so
Um,
many.
But yes, I think you did remarkably well. I think you should be very proud of yourself.
Mhm.
Well, I've had you guys. That's helped.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
and we're very proud of you too.
Thanks.
If anyone had to take you down if you went off the rails, I'm glad it was us.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to like smash you or anything.
But now,
Me too.
yeah, I'm so glad we didn't have to punch you in the face. Now that that is what kind of over mostly, I guess we need to talk to the council about your requests and stuff, don't we?
We do that tomorrow though. We do that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, not today.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
lord.
Yeah. Is it
I
tomorrow?
think they'll tell us when we can speak to them also.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Ugh. So stupid.
Apart from all that, how are you two doing after our little sojourn to the other realm?
Actually, that kicks something off in Aisling where she's like, I'm going to see if Alabaster's awake.
Oh, he's awake. He's
Okay, he's woken up. Good.
no, he woke up last episode. He
Oh, did he?
has,
Oh, I
yeah,
can't remember. Oh, yeah, of course, because he controlled
He was
my
piloting
fucking
you.
You didn't wake up and he didn't know what to do with you.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
No, he's fine. He has deliberately been very quiet today because he realised it was Eugene's time.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh, well then, yeah, I'm fine. I'm alright. It was cool seeing Alabaster, like, in real life. I've had a great 48 hours. I've been a T-Rex. I saw Alabaster. I ate a guy. It's been great.
Nothing says I've had a great day like eating someone.
I was
What
T-Rex though,
about-
so it's allowed.
Oh, phrasing. What?
What about after you mentioned that you were having weird feelings about seeing your parents and stuff.
Oh, but me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was. I don't know, really. Because I don't think I've ever really thought about them very much. It's never really been something that I've considered as being something I should think about. But then it's like it went from 0 to 60 real quick, where it was like not thinking about them, and then ooh, they're here. And it was like, okay, what do I do with that information? So I don't know yet, really, how I feel. I think maybe I'm a little bit sad, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
Were you
That's okay.
were you ever sort of told about them at all?
I wasn't, was I? I was pretty much just given the things that I had it with me.
Yeah. I mean, you literally had that conversation not that long ago. No, you
exactly.
knew nothing. You only recently found out that Granny Karure was the one that brought you to the orphanage.
Yeah.
And Mother Thistle never questioned that. Because why would you ask a hag of Granny Karure's where things come from? You just kind of accept that.
You get presented with a baby goat and you take care of the baby
goat. Yeah.
Don't ask questions
Yeah.
about the baby goat.
Until it starts setting things on fire, and then you send it off into the world.
But
Yes.
as Mother Thistle explained, like the two of them, they acknowledge each other and they support each other, but they don't actively engage because it's not healthy for the island for the two of them to be too drawn into each other's business, because they are the two most powerful Fae in that region. So
Makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't really know anything. I suppose that's why I didn't really think about it, because no one talked about it, and all the other kids were just like okay with it as well. So yeah, I didn't really know anything until I saw him. So it's kind of weird having like the image of them in my head.
Oh yes, I would imagine.
At least they seemed cool. At least they were like, we like it. We've got to take care of it, instead of like, don't want it. At least it was that, I guess.
That's true. I mean, from what you briefly described, you had seen that they obviously, cared and loved you a lot. So
Seemed like it, which is quite nice. So yeah, I think I might need to sleep on it. Well, not.
Yeah.
Awake on it.
think on it.
Yeah, that one. I don't do
You
that very often.
really should try that sometime.
Yeah.
I can put you to sleep if it helps.
I'll see how I feel.
Okay.
So yeah, you pop. It's fine. It's okay. I'll think about it. But thank you for checking.
And it's okay if you don't know how you feel about it. That's completely understandable.
Okay,
It might
that's good.
take a
Because I
while.
think, yeah, because I think it's like seeing you with your family is all like really lovely, and you all love each other, and it's all really sweet. And it's not that I'm like, oh, I want that. It's more like, should I want that? Where I'm trying to work out whether I should or not, and I don't know. Because I suppose face stuff's very different. We've not got the same sort of familial stuff.
Well, like you say, they obviously loved and cared about you.
Yeah,
They wanted you to be safe.
definitely a bonus to the whole 0 to 60 thing. Seeing
And
that.
honestly, everybody's family has a different dynamic. I don't think I've ever found two families that are the same or have the same kind of thing. I mean, I love my family, but they're completely different, and we're completely different together than Eugene's family is when they're together. And I don't think there's a wrong or a right, or one you should even aim for. I think what feels right for you is the one that you go with. But
I suppose I've just never had another option. It's always been chosen sort of family, and now, not to say that I could get them back, because they're obviously not around anymore, but being shown that there was something else is a bit weird, because I've never really thought about the option.
Well, if you ever need to talk about how you're feeling, then you know where we are.
Thanks, guys.
Sometimes if you're not sure how you feel about something, it helps to talk about it.
Yeah.
it's very good to be open about your feelings, and you should never bottle things up and sort of keep it from your friends.
Oh, can I borrow your arm to smack him round the head?
Yep.
Yeah, suddenly Ashling's arm just shoots out and smacks you.
Oh, I completely duck.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fucking go.
I'm going to roll a dexterity saving throw if I can get my cat
Okay.
tail out
What can I roll against that?
Well, actually,
Just a
technically, you
attack?
just roll an unarmed attack
Sweet.
Oh, okay.
All right.
against Rock's AC.
Okay.
Unarmed attack. Go on.
Got a 17 to hit.
No, you don't.
Yeah, he ducks. He jumps out the way. He's expecting it.
I'm not even going to acknowledge it. I'm literally just going to
Power
duck out the way and then carry on.
He knew what he'd done.
Yeah.
I'll get him. I'll get him.
Anyway, a lot of people just have chosen families, and those are the people they choose to be with, and that's what makes them happy. So
I mean, I'm quite happy with you guys.
Oh, I mean, we make a dreadful family.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
What do you mean?
It's the best one. Hey, I've seen tons of them. I've
don't-
seen loads of actual related kind of actual families. And it's like, Eugene's, yours is pretty damn cool, all right? I'll give you that. Yours is like quite high up there, considering how badly I want to be adopted into it. But a lot of other ones that I've seen, I'm kind of like, really? This is what you're gonna stick with? Okay. So yeah, you guys are better than that.
Do you know, that was one of the best things when I was traveling, was realizing that old saying that people used to say about, well, you can't choose your family. I sort of realized actually it's not true.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit, isn't it?
I mean, you can't choose who you're born to, but that doesn't mean that you have to think about them as family forever.
Well, I
You
haven't
can
for
choose
the
your
last
family.
However long I've been alive.
Yeah.
How old am I?
I do.
How
They keep
old
telling
are
us
you?
these- Yeah. In fact, how old are you, Aisling?
Give me a minute.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
I think you discussed mid-20s.
Yes, I know that.
Ish.
She didn't keep
Anyway.
track.
Anyway.
Okay. So what do you want to do now, Eugene? It's still it's still your day. So if you want to go to bed, then go to bed. If you want to go out and party, then go out and party. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Oh.
What time of day is it now? Like what time of
It's like early evening-ish. Like you could turn in if you want to, but there's still time to do stuff. You know, the rest of your family are around in the estate if you want to talk to anybody.
What's
What's
the weather
like-
like here?
Hmm?
What's the weather like here?
It's a bit further south, so winter hasn't got hold in the same way that it has where you have been, but it is getting colder. You expect the first flurries of snow will probably hit this region very soon.
Rock planning.
Well, no, I was just thinking maybe we could just like, take some snacks and drinks, and we could sit outside on the balcony
Picnic.
and light a fire. In a brazier, not just light a fire, in an actual thing that's designed for fires to be lit in. Actually,
Coward.
do you want to explain to Grandpa why?
No, I'm pretty
how-
much on probation, so I don't
Yeah.
want to get in
Please
trouble with
don't
him.
set
There we go.
anything on fire.
No,
So yes, we could just do that maybe, and just do that for a bit until we get too cold.
do you want to do that, Eugene?
Sure.
Okay. I've got still got a billion blankets in my room from when I asked for all the extra blankets for the fort, so I can bring them and get all cozy outside.
Good. That
Okay,
sounds
just
good.
not too many flammable things around the
You check
fire.
the labels. Anything that says flammable, leave it there.
She'll inch off and start collecting the least flammable blankets she can find.
I think Rock is good. Is sort of suddenly has a bit of a burst of energy and just kind of says to Eugene, "Just wait here. Where? Have a seat. Wait, Ashling will get the blankets. I'm just going to get
A
some
seat
glasses and stuff. So
On the
just
floor.
what?
Just have
What?
a seat. It's is there a seat?
I'm sure there's a seat somewhere. We're in the house. Yeah, sit down in the corner there.
It's one of those places where there's lots of little seats in corridors and
Yeah,
things like
sit
that.
there in that seat that seems stupidly placed in a corner where no one would actually sit. Sit there and just wait.
Rich people, man.
I know, too many chairs. And I think, and Rock's
Why
gonna.
do you even need a chair next to this plant pot?
It's for the
Who sits
aesthetic.
there? Who sits next to the door? For God's sake!
Ghosts.
Yeah, and I think Rock's gonna just go off and get some stuff sort of sorted and find a suitable balcony or whatever that we can have that's a little bit enclosed, but that's pretty to look out.
It's actually
Nice.
one off of the main library, which is
Perfect.
But then we have to take Eugene through the library, and then that's hard to get him to go
You
through.
have to
the library.
blindfold him, turn him around a few
I
times,
can
and
walk
then take
through
him
a library.
Bullshit.
Without looking at the books?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
You lie. Anyway, yes. So I think Rock is going to just sort of prepare one of those and take some glasses and stuff and a couple of bottles of wine and whatever the other two want to drink, and just kind of sort that out, and then get Aisling and sort of arrange the space so it's all kind of cozy and stuff like that.
I am just a moving mountain of blankets because I've picked up all that I can.
I think there's a point where you nearly trip over it and you find.
Oh, I fully bash into very expensive paintings and shit.
One of the staff members helps you with a mage hand and just trying to guide you through.
Thanks.
Ashling's like, thanks. Okay, not that low. Mm-mm. Okay.
Her chicken foot would fuck them up. She's using her chicken foot to feel ahead of her.
That's even worse.
That's such a bizarre image.
Yep.
Anyway, Rock's going to go back and get Eugene.
Madam Ashton, what the hell is that?
Don't be rude.
It's the
It has a
chicken foot.
condition.
That's Baby Yaga, the chicken foot.
Baby Yaga.
Baby Yaga! I'm
Um,
writing it down.
Oh no! You've named it. Now it's. Oh no.
Perfect. Baby Yaga, the mage chicken foot.
Mage chicken foot hand. Anyway, I'm gonna go get Eugene and kind of go. Okay, come on. We're gonna have we've got some stuff outside. It's fine. Go.
While they were doing all of this, and Eugene
Farting around.
has some time by himself.
While they're being dicks.
Can I read my letter?
Yes.
Because I think he's probably been like dying to read it. So as soon as they leave, he's like,
Oh.
You open up the letter, and there's no writing on the inside. But as soon as it is clear and in your hand, the paper flattens out stiffly. A little ripple of magic from your thumb outwards. And a small illusion of your mother's face appears above it. Hi, honey. I can't be there for obvious reasons, but I just wanted you to know how proud I am of you and your hard work. And you hear a voice from behind going, "Have you told him yet? Have you told him?" In a second, Alfred. Your father is here as well, and he's very proud of you, too. And your father's face actually appears over her shoulder. Really proud. Like, really, really proud. I've got Archmage for us. I've got a High Mage. She just taps him on the face, and he disappears from view for a second. The staff is a gift from all of us to say congratulations. And the ring belongs to you. You are High Mage Appleby now, and we are very proud of you for that. And his face goes, your father's face appears again. I'm gonna tell him. Fine. I went and got your Manticore's whisker. Like, as soon as Luke told me that I could help, I would really, really wanted to. So I hope it holds and that you get to cast really powerful spells with it. Right, okay, now let me finish up, love. Right, yeah. Disappears off again.
Darling, fuck off.
We will see you once you return from New Doan, of course. But well done again. I am proud of both of you, but this is an achievement you should celebrate and relish. You're wonderful, wonderful, little star in my universe, and I couldn't be prouder. I love you. And the paper just folds up again.
think he just quietly puts it back in his pocket and waits for the inevitable chaos.
Rock comes through and Eugene's got a floating head in his lap.
Oh my god!
We
What the
leave
hell
you
are you
alone
doing?
for 2 minutes.
Is this the kind of shit high mages do?
Good God.
So Rock's going to come back and get Eugene and take him through and be all a bit kind of Rock's being a bit like, okay, come, no, it's fine. Just come through.
What are you up to?
We're just going to sit on the balcony. We're just going to sit on the balcony.
Okay.
And he's going to takes you through and then gets through the library and goes, oh shit, okay, hang on, wait, close your eyes or blindfold yourself or something. I don't know. Can you do that?
How am I going to see where I'm going?
Oh, I'll guide you. Just okay, come. It's only a few steps. Stop. Okay. And Rock, with Ashling's help, is going to, as Eugene steps out and he opens his eyes. Rock, with Ashling's help, we're going to set up a little cozy like outdoor picnic thing. And Rock's going to use minor illusion to have lots of little like sparkling lights and candles and stuff, and 2 little illusory sparkling pockets holding a little banner that says "Congratulations." And
Pocket
he's-
gets out of my pocket and like investigates them. It's like, there's something right in me.
Pocket's like, oh, that's not my good side. Stop it.
Yeah.
And Rock's just going to say, well, you had. Yeah, no, use the set. It's better. Well, you had the grand one, and then you had the whole big family one and stuff. So this is just for the 3 of us, and so that we could say that we are also proud of you.
Thank you. And I think Eugene just gives Rock a hug.
Oh, okay. What is this emotion stuff? Stop it.
Shh.
I'm going to give him the hug back. And then look at Ashling and go, help.
Pocket scrambles down from where he was standing admiring the illusions and just kind of clambers up onto Eugene's shoulder and also puts his hands around.
I'm getting in as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just going to look at Ashling like that.
Oh, she fucking barges in.
And then after a couple of awkward hugging seconds, Rock's just going, all right, get off me. Get off me. It's all, go. Anyway, open the wine.
Okay.
You settle in for another quiet conversation, watching the beautiful edges of the city. You can hear music below as one of the other estates near the moon houses has a small gathering of its own. On the wind.
Rock's leaning over like that. Keep it down!
Oh my God! Rock's being a right Karen in New Doan.
Get off my lawn!
It gets a little bit later, and you're probably thinking about possibly turning in when there is a little scratching at the edge of the doorway out to the balcony. You turn and you see that Barnabas, the mystical ferret, is there.
The book ferret.
With his book tucked under one arm. Terribly sorry to interrupt you. Mistress Zilman was wondering if she could borrow the 3 of you. Captain Falone has come with a report.
Oh,
And it
Yeah, of
interests
course.
all of you.
okay.
Sure.
A scramble on ahead and lead you down back to Sadia's private office, where you find the captain of the Emerald Guard in full regalia, sitting,
Hell yeah.
holding a cup of tea, having a chat with your aunt.
Hey, bud.
She stands up and salutes the three of you. She goes, Lord Vorkas, Aisling, she smiles, and High Mage Appleby.
Zilman.
Are we using Appleby or Zilman?
Who said that?
I really
So
wish
weird.
people would stop asking.
Sorry, it's an awkward.
Zilman is fine.
High Mage Zilman.
Thank you.
She bows ever so slightly. I have finished my investigations into the events we were witness to, and I have also started conducting an investigation into what happened at your harrowing. And I thought you should all know what I have found in person. Please sit. This is going to take some time.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to take our break today.
Ah! Damn it.
We will be back. I will say 25-2. Just give ourselves time to grab ourselves a drink, stretch, use the facilities, etc., etc.
Just real quick, I did draw the two rats holding a banner that says "Come rats."
Congrats.
That's so cute.
Amazing. Go and grab yourselves a drink. We will be back in just over 10 minutes, about 25-2. In the meantime, catch you very soon. Mwah.
Love you, bye.
And we're back. Before our break, our friends have been having a lovely time catching up with family members and celebrating Eugene's promotion to High Mage. They were.
He's now middle management.
He's now middle management. Yeah, well done.
God.
You are now expected to train other mages. Before we left, they were drawn to Sadia Zilman's private office, where Captain Falone of the Emerald Guard had come to deliver her report on her investigations into the recent dealings with the cult of the dragon. She ushers you in, and you all take a seat. I will try not to keep you long because it is late, but I felt it was best to deliver what I had found as quickly as I possibly could. First off, thank you for all the information you have passed on and shared with other operatives. Somadir was gracious enough to give me your report of what happened at the Harrowing, and I apologize that you went through that. Security should have been tighter. We will figure out what's going on and try and stop this from occurring again. The cult had several members through the town. Beyond those that we fought, we encountered 2 other cells, mostly seemed to be elves and Fae who had fled the Empire, with some other individuals tied in with them. The common name that kept coming up was the Dragon King. I don't know whether this is a different dragon and they have just picked up from there, whether this is the same cult who historically was fought in the Empire some 20 odd years ago, or whether this is something new. But they do seem to be targeting the most desperate and the most untouched, like forgotten by society, as you might expect.
As cults are wont to do.
Beyond the initial armor we found, which implied an Imperial officer, we found other draconic creatures, some of which were armed with Daclanian equipment, and another one who seemed to possibly have hailed from Vadarak originally. So although it does seem to be the cult is targeting elves who had fled the Empire and not found their own place in Nudoan's embrace, it does seem that there are other areas involved as well. I have requested permission to reach out to allies and agents in other nations to see if they have had similar problems. You all seem to know a little bit about these creatures and where they had been found. I wondered if I could check some details with you, if you could tell me where you have located them or heard of them being seen.
But the first
Yeah.
time we encountered one was quite some time ago, and that was through a traveling group who had encountered one of these creatures, but they said it was near or off the coast of New Doan at some point.
Somewhere in this region.
I believe so. They were not entirely sure, but also that creature seemed almost disconnected from sort of reality. They were unable to speak and seemed almost animalistic. That was the first encounter that we had where we were more concerned. Well, I personally was more concerned that somebody was doing this to people or creatures, and something was sort of that they were doing it unwillingly or being victims of something. But since then, we've encountered a few more that appear to possibly be choosing to be transformed like this.
And that's how it starts. Experiment on a few people, and then once you have the process, offer it to those who feel.
I think
unable
so.
to.
At the moment, a lot of it is speculation from my part. But we do know that some of the people we have encountered up until now have most definitely been comfortable with experimenting to try and perfect things. So that would fit the way they behave.
A straight history check. Sorry, just a simple history check from all of you. This is related to conversations that you've had.
14.
14.
11.
11.
27.
27.
All
Aisling,
right, hi,
and,
Mage.
Aisling and Eugene,
Yeah, but it's 10 now.
you both remember Bruni mentioned that she had fought creatures like this. And Eugene, you remember that Sib implied that there had been strange draconic creatures seen in Malwind.
Oh, yes, I
as
do
well.
remember that.
Yeah, Eugene will offer that information.
Yeah, same.
So Malwind has also been affected. The forest? That could... And your implication is that Sib believed that it was possibly Imperial influence at that point, as that's always been contested land. But it
That
might...
was the thinking, yes. To be honest, though, there isn't really any other reason that we could think of at that point.
And this Bruni, are they available for to kind of...
Weddings and bar mitzvahs, yes.
But they said that they had personally fought these creatures again.
I believe so.
Right. Well, that kind of does put it well beyond a simple target of New Doan, but it doesn't mean that the cult's not here, and the events with Hope and Isabel kind of do indicate that there is something rotten within the city now.
Or at the very least, there could be. Up until now, perhaps would have ruled out the possibility of that, but it now seems probably likely.
Who is this Isabel?
Isabel? Is it Isabel? The woman who was holding the spell.
Yeah, Eugene wants to know like more about her, I guess.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was you asking
No,
Chris.
that was Eugene asking
Yeah.
Falone or whoever.
Up to this point,
Chris, it was obviously Eugene. He's nothing like Theo.
Up to this point,
Sounds nothing alike.
a trusted mage in the academy, which begs question. I believe the High Proctor is conducting his own investigation as to how this could have happened and what other connections Isabel could have had. He has promised to allow me access, but... Yeah.
And what do we know about the spell that she cast?
It seems to be a variation on plane shift that does not need an article of or an object from that world as a focus. It is a terrifying idea that you could force other people unwilling through the ways to one of
It's
the
not a lot of
realms.
fun, I'll tell you that.
I imagine not. You say Hope was the conduit for this. That Hope could willingly drag all of you without your consent is strange and dangerous magic.
Well, also, it was to all intents and purposes, they also used Adara as a sacrifice.
A bomb, a human. Yes, I know, and That poor girl deserved better than that. There is and Lady Zilman, Sadie leaves back. Walls are already up. There is a possibility that this may go higher, and that your enemies, our enemies, may even be on the council. Isabel has had memories removed willingly by this, it would seem, to protect identities. We are trying to find a cleric powerful enough to undo that, and once that is done, we will have to convince her to share that information. I trust everybody in this room, but you must be careful. There are agents working against you for whatever reason, and they have influenced events in this region.
I would just say, just as a word of caution from somebody who has experience of being in an environment where there are constantly conflicts of political nature, etc. The inclination may be to suspect those that just disagree with us or whatever. But in New Doan, there could be people on the council who are just resistant to change because they are from New Doan and it's what they are. They believe that doesn't necessarily mean that they are part of this. So without actually knowing what the objective is of all of this, I would be very careful about who you sort of suspect.
I will be. I will conduct my investigations carefully and quietly. But I didn't think it was fair to let you go onwards without knowing that there may be one or more people in that room who are actively working against you.
Oh, to be honest, it feels like most of them are, so...
I feel like we kind of
Can I just ask you about
yeah.
the creatures, the cult of the dragon creatures? Have you found any information that would indicate any kind of central point that they have either come from, been to, or may have mentioned? Somewhere that, because they may be everywhere, but someone is pulling the strings.
Other than this name, the Dragon King, most of them seem to get... It's all done very... They're not organised. Someone providing them is very organised. No names, no recognisable faces, just information provided and resources deposited, including these draconic creatures.
I think they're all victims. I don't think that there is an actual Dragon King like the Dragon Kings of old. I feel like this is somebody orchestrating that, reviving that legend to use them as pawns in a bigger battle.
It does
What
feel like
cults
that.
do, innit?
And all the time that we are running around putting out fires, whoever it is able to move along their own agenda uninhibited. If you have any names that I should be looking at, I will take them.
Well, there was this boy Scathe. I would have a look at him.
You leave that precious boy alone.
I'll get him for his surreptitious stealth hug. I mean,
Well-
honestly, at this point, I don't really think we have... Well, I don't have any names that I would feel certain giving you, and we've come up against so many different people. I'm not entirely sure how they all fit together yet.
Eugene, you were going to say something.
I was just going to add that we have encountered an organization that refer to themselves as the Embers. And I'm fairly sure that they are involved somehow with this cult of the dragon.
Seem to be involved in literally everything bad that's happened so far. So,
and I don't know if many of them are using their real names, but one for sure we know is using their actual identity is someone named Pyron Pyrus.
She jots down the name. That'll be useful.
We also encountered a Callie Misthurst, but I'm 99% sure that's not her real name.
Yeah, Ashley, you were friends with her. What do you think it's her real name?
But he will.
Can I borrow your arm again, Aisling?
use the other one. You bruised the first one.
Eugene gives a description of Callie and Pyron and Ashen. And yeah, he'll give the name Ashen Rowhurst, not the other one.
She takes the descriptions. She kind of notes them down. And she kind of weaves and she actually kind of creates like a small illusion. She actually knows the minor illusion spell, so she's able to do that.
And we did.
Kind of goes you through
We
like
know
a.
that-
Sorry.
We know that Pyron has been using. They seem to have subjugated someone who's able to turn people to stone.
Oh.
So just be aware.
But
of that.
they too are an unwilling accomplice.
Yeah,
Because we have already
you
encountered
kind of found that out the hard way.
their effect with the message from them letting us know that this was by force.
Oh, okay. There are some peoples in this region who commonly travel through occasionally. There's a traveling group called the Gorgoni who don't stop for long, who are supposed to have that ability. I will ask some of our frontiersmen to reach out and talk to them if any of their number are missing.
Well, and also if any of them have been taken, or if we could maybe try and find out where that happened and who they may have been seen with, just so that it may bring up someone we recognize or know of or something. Can I ask, I realize this is odd coming from me, but do you have any contacts within the Empire that you trust, that you rely on for as sources of information?
I think with passive insight, Aisling noticed that there's a slight look between Sadia and Falone. Officially,
Kind of look.
a shared knowledge, and Falone is like, "Am I alright to talk about this?"
Okay.
They're flatmates.
Sadia
They were roommates.
leans back and goes, "Officially, no. But just as there are Imperial spies in our land, we do have ours in the Empire."
What? Never.
Wow, great.
To be honest, any official channels would at this point be largely useless, because they will clam up and not want to share information because they will also be worried. So yes, I kind of meant that, but
I will talk to the Pipers.
it would just be good to know if within the Empire, the powers that be are also encountering this cult, or if they have any idea where they may be centralized, because the Ashton Relhurst figure, I suspect, may come from the Empire or something like that. So I would wonder if there is something in the Empire, and unfortunately, right now, my inquiry may put more attention on it and could potentially put anyone else at risk. So
We have, she says, unsurprisingly, we have runners who rescue Fae and elves who are in duress from the Empire where we can. I will put out feelers and see if any of them have any information, but you must understand that these people put themselves at great risk for what they do, and they may not be able to turn up much. But I will ask.
I will try and inquire. I just don't want to put anyone else at risk.
I would appreciate that too. Irrespective of what the court decides, you can rely on Falone and I as allies. And Captain Falone kind of nods, says, on an unofficial capacity, I will do absolutely everything in my power. I'm restricted to what I can do officially, but that doesn't mean I'm not without some weight I can throw around to make their life more difficult. This has been...
Well, hopefully we can have a productive chat with the what do they call the court?
Eternal Court.
The Eternal Court. God, of course they are.
Not just a court, darling.
The Eternal Court. But yes, hopefully we can have a productive conversation, and we may be able to be a little more collaborative rather than secretive. Hopefully, maybe, perhaps.
She smiles. Well, I'm certain they will probably summon you on the morrow. So make sure you get a good night's sleep. I'm certain they want to move things forward quickly. Celia goes, my friends in the clerks have all but confirmed that they're going to summon you tomorrow, so...
Oh, we're kind of busy, though. We've got stuff on.
I'm certain you have.
Could they do the day after, maybe? We can do lunch. No? Okay, fine.
Thank you, all of you. And I'm sorry and grateful that you had to experience this here. If you had not sprung this trap, we wouldn't even know how bad this was.
Well, no, and several people would not be injured or dead. So while I appreciate that, I would rather I hadn't brought this to you.
I think this was always here, Rock. And it would have always got bad.
Fault, Rock.
Celia just kind of reached out and just kind of...
She's going to point to the scar.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You didn't stop victim blaming yourself, you dickhead.
Ashling therapy.
Language. We're in polite company.
That was polite language. I could have said a lot worse.
Anyway.
Dear.
But yes, thank you for your help and for being so forthcoming with us.
She kind of gets up to leave, and as she's about to hit the door, she kind of just turns around and goes, "Is Bridget okay?"
Yeah. She wanted to stay.
Never could tell what
She looks badass as well.
Never really could tell what she was thinking. Well, I'm glad she's found something we were looking for.
I was just about to say that.
She is really being quite remarkable over there, and in all honesty, we wouldn't have had a clue what to do if it hadn't been for them. So
she always was rather remarkable. Shame that it never worked out between us. With that, she just leaves.
It's never too late.
Roommates, such good gal pals.
Hey, girl power.
Hey, they're just gal pals.
Sadia waits until she's kind of out of earshot. Are you three okay? Do you need anything from me?
Another bottle of wine wouldn't go amiss.
How many has he got through? He brought 2 to the picnic.
Yeah, that's the third one.
It's Paladin now.
All
He's
right,
got
Burner Black, calm down.
Practically. Are you immune to poison yet?
Yeah.
You're immune to
yes.
poison. Yeah, you can't get drunk
now.
anymore. Officially, can't get drunk anymore.
You need a counter immune to.
I am
Wait, I
not
thought you were
multi-classing
immune.
anymore.
I thought you were immune to disease, not
This-
poison.
Yeah, it's disease, not
Okay, fair
poison.
enough.
Ah,
There you
You can
go.
get drunk.
You can't.
You're
You
welcome.
can get drunk, but you can't get cirrhosis.
fuck yeah.
Living your best life.
Living my
Most
best.
importantly, he can't be diseased by creatures like the Vine Lord.
Divine
anymore.
Lord. Yeah, Ashling.
Good. Ashling's still gonna fucking insight check every sprig of ivy she ever sees.
Dear.
Anyway, I honestly am not entirely sure how to answer that question. I mean, we're fine, and we're glad we're back, and I am glad we managed to achieve some good on that realm. But it does feel, if I'm being brutally honest, and after 2 bottles of wine, why not? That things are just escalating kind of quickly. From a small group of people in Cloudscairn that we're trying to do something to potentially now a worldwide conspiracy trying to stop us from saving I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, we weren't always doing this, were we? I kind of forgot that. It was supposed to be a bit of a smaller operation, wasn't it? Oh yeah.
Mm,
Isn't that weird?
It is small consolation, but it rarely lets you know it's going to call upon you. But you have shown resilience and fortitude that few others could do. So if nothing else, you should be proud that you have made it this far.
I mean, I'm surprised we've made it this far. Does that count?
I should
Only
always
one
be
of us
surprised.
Well, you almost
died
didn't.
so far. Yeah.
Oh, shut up, both of you.
No.
Right, it's been a big day. I suggest you get some rest if you can.
It's been a big day. You're both looking overtired. Now, everyone go to bed.
Rock has got
Alcoholics
grumpy.
and go to
Rock's always
got-
grumpy.
Rock's got grumpy. Eugene's been rubbing his eyes for 20 minutes.
Aw.
I'm not tired. I'm fine.
Fine.
Dear.
We
Dear.
did also leave us a small bonfire burning on a balcony somewhere, so we should probably. go
Barnabas
and check
already
on
put
that.
it out for us.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or had one of the servants do it. He's a very
He's
good.
too little.
You'd be surprised what he's capable of.
He's still too little.
You've seen what Pocket could do.
That's true, especially ghost pockets.
Yeah.
Teaming up.
Right. Well, I need to put some paperwork in order, and then I am going to do entrance for the rest of the evening. Please make use of facilities as you need, as always. Our home is yours.
Is that what that is when I don't sleep?
You don't sleep.
No.
No, I think that's a gift,
Oh,
and
okay.
I suspect it's from your
Not to us,
patron.
it's not.
It's rude. It's rude.
I have heard.
Yeah, but I did. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
When trance is like a deep meditation.
Oh yeah, no, I'm shit at that. Okay, it's not that then.
Right. So she kind of gently ushers you out so she can lock up for the evening, and bids you all good night, and wanders off home, off to her own rooms.
Is it what sort of time is it?
I think by now
bedtime?
it's getting on to quite late. I think it is. It's been a long day. I think possibly erring on if you don't get a full night's sleep, you might get a point of exhaustion. But
Oh shit! It's like in
Okay.
Stardew Valley when the time goes red.
Yeah. Get to
Go
bed.
go.
So, I think this is the point where we can announce that you have all leveled up to level 11.
Yes. Huzzah!
11.
We actually have done most of this off screen with most of the players, so we're gonna
2
start.
minutes before we start.
No, never.
We kind of did.
It's not like I gave you a week to sort this out and you left it till the last minute. No. To be fair, Wayne had to wait on me today, so.
And I
Theo,
just completely forgot.
have what level what have you taken a level in anything else, or have you just wizarded?
I've just wizarded.
You've
I'm
just
not.
wizarded. Well, you say just wizarded.
I get 6th level spells. I'm not
Yeah.
changing now.
And you, of course, get the homebrew spell, which I will have to send through to you. It's not finished yet, which is Summon Alabaster Guardian, which will be used in the near future. I'll send that through to you. Aisling.
Yeah.
What did you take?
I've got a level in Warlock.
Amazing. And I guess you a new invocation. And what did you take?
I found out that I can have polymorph.
Ashling's just
T-Rex,
permanently a
Aisling.
T-Rex
Rex now,
now.
just running
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Eugene and Brock are going to have to like check when they walk out of doorways in the mansion because Ashling's just going to be running up and down as a T-Rex.
Yeah. I'll do a good run up and then I'll like skid.
Amazing. And Rock.
I go take another level in the Paladin.
And you are taking your
Paladin.
oath.
I am taking the Chris Mepham created Oath of the Survivor.
Blessed
I'm a
be.
survivor. Keep on surviving.
Because you ain't ready for this jelly.
So,
Different one, but
I think if you all settle down for the evening, we can have some private moments for the episode.
Goodness.
And we're going to start with Aisling.
Cool.
After you bid your friends goodnight and you work out you've got more power and
And way more blankets than I'm prepared to deal with in my room.
Alabaster leans into
So
your head and
your
goes,
room is not big enough to be a T-Rex. I'm just putting that
It
out
has
there.
several forts in it.
Alabaster leans in to your mind. Hi,
Right?
how are you doing?
I might be a bit sad.
Sad? Because...
Because I didn't get parents.
And now you've got parents.
No, but I saw them. I don't know, they just seemed really cool.
Yeah.
I guess there's always been a part of my brain that's kind of hoped and assumed they were a bit shit. And so it's okay.
Well, I mean, I found out who my parents were. As well.
Well, yeah, I guess.
And then...
I guess the word parents can work for that.
So, the way I'm looking at it is... Well, I kind of want to make them proud. But I want to make me proud most of all. And I think if they are as cool as you hope they are, that's all they would ever want for you, right?
Yeah.
So keep doing what you're doing and keep living your life in the most Aisling way you possibly can. And wherever they are, I know that you will make them smile.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah,
all
I
right.
like that.
And it's all right to be sad about it, because that's natural.
Okay, that's good, because it's confusing.
Yeah. Feelings are confusing. They're big, and then they're small, and then they're outside, and then they're inside. They're just
Yeah, and
messy.
then they're like new ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think I just didn't know where to put it, you know, because it was all the nice. Oh, I've got a nice chosen family now. This all works. Everything's all in the right place. And then all of a sudden, there's this other bit, and I'm like, where do I put this?
Don't put it anywhere. Let it find its own space. Okay. And if you ever need to talk, I'm only a thought away.
Yeah, no more piloting my body at breakfast though.
Oh, I mean, literally it was just because you wouldn't wake up and I didn't know what to do. But I will endeavour to make sure that I ask permission first.
Or like just like some sort of warning to the people who you will be confronting with my unconscious body, slightly conscious with you in it.
I'll use my
Something.
voice.
Yeah, that's what fucking freaked them out though, Alabaster, innit?
Oh, so that's not a
That
good
was
way
the
to tell
weird
people,
bit.
hey, it's me, not
No.
Aisling.
No, that was the weird bit. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to like ease it.
So I should use your
in a
voice
little
next,
bit.
and then...
No, don't do an impression of me.
No, I
Okay.
would just use your voice.
No, that's kind of worse.
Okay. I feel like I'm getting very mixed messages here, and I think maybe we need to establish...
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Ashley needs to draw out your boundaries, and I will operate within those in relation to your body. How does that sound?
No, we're going to use a color code system.
Oh,
So, I'm going to tell the guys, if you see this one, and she'll hold up a blue scarf.
right,
If I come out wearing this,
right,
it's you.
right.
Okay, so if you decide to do the piloting thing, you put this shit on and they'll be like, oh, it's Alabaster.
Awesome.
Okay?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. This might
Alright,
be a
that's
good time to bring up I'm colorblind.
Okay, she'll draw a big fucking A on a scarf. Her brain not acknowledging that their names start with the same letter. And then, yeah, there you go. Right, that's the one. Okay, you can see that.
I can see the A, yes.
Good, wonderful.
Right,
That
but-
is what you put on when it's you.
Right.
When it's, yeah,
So
Got it.
what are you going to wear when it's you?
whatever the fuck I want is my body.
Well, there we go. So we just need to say, if I put a scarf on in a particular way,
Uh-huh.
it's me.
Yeah.
Okay, like that. See, that would have been the simpler way of doing it, but I like how we got here. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yep. Streamlined, efficient,
Always, look.
logical. This is what we do. That's why we're
Exactly.
the smart ones of the group.
We are exactly. That's why they follow us about.
I know. Obviously.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to sleep tonight or not?
No. I don't think I want to have dreams.
Cool. Wanna play that card games?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And somehow you managed to play card games with just one body between the two of
Fucking
you.
love how they have essentially slumber parties.
I like to imagine that you have like a table with like the cards, and then you have like two chairs,
Yeah.
and then Aisling, it's just Aisling going between the chairs and like playing
Exactly.
against
Yeah.
herself.
And
That's when
With
she
you.
lets him use his voice in her body.
and I also love this idea that, like, it doesn't occur to either of them to cheat, even though they both could.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Just because they're all about having fun.
Oh, they're so intelligent.
Eugene, is there anything you would like to do before you turn in for the night?
Eugene, how long will I have? Because you said we need to get a long rest soon.
Well, you need a long rest,
Do I
but
have?
you probably have a couple of hours, really. I know people say, "Oh, you need 8 hours for a long rest," but I don't actually think that people sleep a whole 8 hours during that time.
Not IRL and not in
I
fantasy
certainly
land.
don't. I think Eugene will. think he's going to start reading the book that Sadia gave him, the history of the Age of Green.
Nice. I'd like you to roll me a general academics, that's a history or arcana check. Your choice.
I cannot see the numbers on this dice. Hang on, let me use it. I got a natural 20, so that's 30 total.
Amazing. That's really cool. You can
Jesus.
ask
awesome.
me.
Oh shit, I don't know what to ask you.
You absorb a lot of information about the Age of Green, which is the second utopian age of the world where peace and prosperity was reigning successfully right up to the point of the return of the AL and then Ascension. You already know enough about those events to know that you know more than this book indicates, because you've had a conversation with an AL and people who were alive during the last days of the Age of Green. What led up to the Age of Green was an age, kind of a dark time where the world nearly died. And the reason it nearly died, and they talk about this at the beginning of the book quite a lot, is mages and scientists overused and overtaxed Erebus's resources, and it nearly drove the world to destruction. At the point where civilization was going to collapse, high and archmages of different varieties got together with the archfey of the four courts and came up with a desperate but brilliant plan to draw magic directly from the wild into Erebus via the ways to revitalize the world and use that pure life essence to prolong the world's life expectancy. And it worked. And for the longest time, it was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. It was such a really good idea. Only it drew the attention of the AL. And once they had found their way back to Erebus, and it does specifically indicate, when with that one, it kind of indicates around this idea that it may not have been the first time the AL had been to this world. But it brought
Is there any mention? Sorry.
Go on, yeah. No,
Is there
please.
any mention of like what numbers the AL have? Like how many of them?
It doesn't actually kind of talk about them in any more logical, like direct terms than you have so far, because it kind of stops talking about it, kind of wraps up at the Ascension. It doesn't have any information about what happened with the Ascension, just that there was a desperate plan to throw what was left of free civilization into the sky, out of the reach of these dark Fey gods. It does talk about them in the multitude. It doesn't give a specific number, but it kind of sounds like an army of Fey, but it might be that, and it talks about the corrupting influence of the AL, and that certain Fey and elves fell to their control. It kind of becomes interchangeable, the AL and the army that the AL had at their disposal. Talks about creatures you've never seen. A race of people called centaurs, who used to be guardians on the land below and then betrayed, or one of the first races to turn on the rest of civilization. Sorry. It mentions the wild elves, who fought hard to try and resist the urges of the AL, but failed. And were drawn in. It talks about the fact that half of the Archfey died trying to save this world. and those that survived were forever changed. One of the things you do pick up with that nice 30, one of the things it kind of does indicate is that there is a problem with Fey beings. Most of them it's fine, but some of the more powerful Fey beings being cut off from the wild for too long is not good for them. And I think your brain goes, that's what's happened to Mallory.
Oh, I see, yeah. So what has happened to like the wild? Is it just like completely cut off from
The wild? It doesn't really talk about the wild. You kind of get this impression that the wild can't get into the Sky Shield. That the gates that drew the wild to Erevis must still be down there and are probably still open.
Okay, they just can't get here.
They just can't get here. Whatever magic protects the scattered lands, the Sky Shields is developed to cut off the wild. Which is kind of indicates how desperate even the Fae were to agree to that.
So they're still down below with the sea elves.
Sea elves.
Hanging out.
Yeah. Oh, he does mention the sea elves. The sea elves just basically went, see ya, bub.
Well, yeah, what are they going to do?
Don't blame them.
Didn't have a lot of choice there.
Yeah, we're going to go back into the oceans and try our luck
Going
there.
That must have been a fun conversation when people went, we have a solution. We're going to throw everything up in the air. And the sea elves were like,
We need this to survive. What are you going to do? We're not taking that with us. Okay, bye.
How about a really big lake? Would that do?
They do mention another species called merfolk or tritons, and you remember that the pub on Parshkik was called the Tipsy Triton, which you were like, oh, okay, what even is that at the time? And you're like, oh no, that's what that is. It's another aquatic being, yeah. Cool.
And is there any mention of like the Horned King and his involvement in the...
No, not really. You kind of get the impression that's more... You need a book that's specifically about the Ascension itself to kind of find those details.
Cool.
Cool. If there's anything else, or if there's nothing else, I will move to Rock. Rock. No pressure. Rock. Is there anything you want to do before you settle in for the night?
With a bottle of wine.
No, it's a bit late for wine.
Round it up to a safe 4.
No, it's too late for wine. Maybe a glass of port, but
Oh,
no. No, I don't think there is actually. I think Rock probably actually spends a little while just decompressing and thinking, just running through everything that was said tonight and trying to put pieces together about how this all fits together. But actually, more than anything, just kind of trying to decompress on his own away from everything. But yeah, other than that, I don't think he has anything that he wants to do.
Eventually, you drift into a deep sleep. And you find yourself stood... Oh, hang on. That's the wrong one. You find yourself stood on a familiar plateau. Distant stars twinkling, and the thrum and hum of the song of creation around you. There is something moving just out of sight, vast, serpentine. Clouds all around you start to form. You feel cold, like you're standing on the top of a mountain somewhere. A thick fog rolls in around you, and you can barely see beyond your hand in front of your face. And then a huge white dragon's head, wreathed in fur with long forked horns and brilliant white eyes, reaches the fog. You continue to survive, Iskrokraforkas.
Much to a lot of people's annoyance, I would imagine.
Kind of moves off back into the fog. What do you wish for your future?
Well, I mean, I try not to think too much about the future, but I want to continue making my own story. Although maybe not necessarily alone.
What do you think about this second chance you have been given?
Well, I have committed to serving and protecting those who cannot protect themselves. And that is how I intend to use this second chance.
Would you swear an oath to that effect?
Yes.
There's footsteps behind you, and you turn to see a familiar-looking tiefling in heavy plate mail, carrying the same sword as you. I think he's ready. Iskarok Revorkus, would you swear to protect the innocent, to guide them, to help them survive?
Oh, I would.
Do you promise to be their ear and their shoulder for times of peace, and their sword and their shield for times of war?
I swear.
Do you promise to lead people to safety and to survive, and choose life over glory?
If I can, I will.
And do you promise to not sacrifice yourself unnecessarily on the altar of ambition?
I mean, unnecessarily is a little vague. I think. I mean, no, I do. I do. I do. I mean, I do.
The tiefling smiles. Kneel.
Rock will just do as told and kneel.
Your sword that you have picked up, a gift from this tiefling, a legacy that you have inherited, touches each of your shoulders. When it lifts, there's a brilliant little psh of ice and light. And he places it in front of you. And you see that the two swords become one. Arise, seeking flame, Iskarok. Go forth, paladin, and uphold your oath of survival.
I think for a change, Rock doesn't say anything. He just stands and I think will turn to face the dragon figure and literally just bow his head for a few seconds and close his eyes.
You awake a little bit later to your own room, but you are aware of a new power blossoming in front of you. And just as the dream kind of fades away, the guiding flames will seek you out. They are your allies.
Just go and look around. Look under the bed.
There's a giant dragon.
Giant dragon. Boom!
No, there's just Pocket with a megaphone.
Yeah.
Whoa! Just like a toilet roll tube.
Yeah.
Oh,
guiding flames will seek you.
busted! You can rest for the rest of the night. You get a full night's rest. Sometime before dawn, Aisling, you hear hurried feet in the rooms outside the room. There's multiple people, some of whom seem to be wearing armor, charge past your doors.
For God's sake. Just one night. Just have one.
Eugene, you are awoken by a sense of pressure, like a sense of urgency coming from the house itself.
Casita.
You
Sorry.
you well, make me an Arcana check.
27.
27. You recognize an altered form of the alarm spell that is, and you're kind of, as soon as you kind of like feel that pressure, it is designed to wake family members up.
Oh God.
Something to do with
I
the
think
house.
he will immediately go to the hallway, like open the door and.
I think it's about the same time that Aisling opens the door as well, and you kind of can hear a calamity, or like people rushing through the house.
Are our doors like opposite? Can I see?
Yeah, I think so. I think you kind of open it roughly about the same time for experience.
One in.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You alright?
Yeah, the house woke me. We should go
That's
see
weird.
what's going on, and also get.
Yeah. Okay, which door is Rocks? Should we go bash on it?
Yeah, Rock's probably next door to. Probably
Rock,
deliberately
rock, rock, rock.
chose one that wasn't opposite either of you so that this wouldn't happen.
I think Eugene's just kind of going ahead because he's worried about his.
Rock, 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 rock.
What? Yes, I hear it. I'm coming. I think Rock will just grab his sword and follow.
Rock's in his long johns
Yeah, in my nightgown with a big fuck off sword
and a hat.
and bunny slippers.
Yeah. Don't let Bruni see that.
What a horrible idea! You make
They're not real bunnies, I promise.
you make your way through the house, and there's commotion coming from the library. There are armed guards all around the area, and one of the staff is outside trying to like just keep things calm and just kind of stop them from coming in. Master Eugene,
What's
Lord
going on?
Revokus, if you would like to come in, please. I think this is to do with you. And kind of waves you in. Some of the guards kind of eye you warily, like people that you haven't seen before. You step into the library. The whole of the Zilman family are there. They're all kind of dressed in like casual, much more casual night sort of clothes. Like not for sleeping, obviously, but so that they feel more comfortable when trancing. Grandpere,
With their glow sticks.
Taletta.
Yeah.
What are their? What is their like? What are their moods?
Shh.
Does everyone look like okay? Are they worried?
Make me
What's the
an
vibe?
insight check, please.
Can I help with that somehow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I'd be doing the same thing. So, Theo, do you want advantage?
Sure. I got a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh!
The
26.
air is thick with tension. Taletta is the first person you notice. She has gone full, for want of a better word, mama bear. She looks like she's about to kick off. Sadia is with her, and she is genuinely concerned, but trying to keep her calm. You can only see your grandpa's back, but he's just kind of tucked around the corner. You can just sort of make out his back, and he's crouched down next to something.
Can I walk towards him?
Sadia stops you as you get too close. Gets close. He goes, just one moment, please, Rock. Let my pair just check this over.
Can I see who he's next to?
Make me a perception check.
Unnatural 20.
Lying on the floor is a familiar form. Smoking from magic unleashed upon them is a pink-skinned, six-horned tiefling. Skia lays unconscious at your grandpa's feet.
What?
Is it just Rock that sees this, or?
And that's where
do
we're going to
we
pick
all
up
see
next
it?
week.
No! Wait, no!
Still got 20 minutes, Chris.
Got 20 minutes! Fuck! No!
Oh my god.
I am going to end this slightly
What?
early this week because we've
No,
had
you're not.
we've had a couple
No.
of very
We can buy
long
that money's
episodes.
worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mum's gonna be livid.
Oh, what did Skier do now?
Yeah, another head wound.
Damn it.
First time we met you, you were all bandaged up.
No, seriously. That's what you get when you try and break in this house.
Yeah.
What I will do though is I will allow each of you to kind of make an Arcana check, sort of, or something along those lines, to see if you can assess
Yeah, okay.
what might have happened.
That'll be really useful. Oh, okay, actually, it will be. I got a nat 20.
Nat 20. Ooh, nice.
I know! For a total of 20, but it's a nat 20.
I got 28.
28.
Oh god.
Yeah, come on, no pressure.
Yeah, it's shit. I gasp and clutch my pearls. That's it.
Aisling and
My
Eugene.
nighttime pearls. Sorry,
Yeah.
these are my nighttime
Oh,
pearls.
it's cool. All right, fucking Moira.
Aisling and Eugene would kind of pick up. You have spent enough time in this library and this house to know that it is warded up to the eyeballs. So anyone trying to teleport in or anything
I was
else
right.
would have had a very unpleasant time of it.
Skia.
Oh, Skier. Just knock, girl, for God's sake.
No, it has to be drama.
We will find out a little bit more about what's going on with our poor unconscious friend next week.
Oh my lord, Skier. We're going to have to let her sleep on her own bedroll.
No, we'll squeeze her in.
Yeah, so we're going to end slightly early today, as I said, just because we had a couple of very long episodes, and I think we deserve it. And this is a lovely place to end things. It kind of feels much more natural.
Yeah.
We
Can we end it with me just poking her with my rapier to see if she's dead?
Only if she's dead. You'll have to wait till next week and see if she's actually dead.
Yeah, Rock, you can't poke alive things.
It doesn't work that way. We have been Some Other Heroes. We will be back next week with the continuation of this. I'm going to just pick up slightly less mysterious music for the way out.
Ominousness.
Yeah. Cool. My friends and I will tell you where you can find us and what we've got going on. And we're going to start with Wayne.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. And also thank you especially to all of you who watch our videos on YouTube as well and share our information, because we have our last couple of videos have done remarkably well on YouTube, which has been really exciting because they've obviously been recommended and stuff because they're
So cool.
And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you. We really do appreciate
so
it.
yeah, thank you very, very much. And
Send
just
us
to
to
everybody
your
for being here.
nerd/queer/art/something friends.
Yep, queer creatives, they tell them they need to be here. Anyway, you can find my stuff all over the internet as Created by Wayne, which is my company that creates templates and does education around design and branding. So please head over to createdbywayne.com, or my YouTube channel, which is Created by Wayne, or my Instagram, which is Created by Wayne. And come and say hi. And I would appreciate that support very much. Thank you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Amazing. Yeah. So just to kind of like indicate how much we've had growth. We are so excited. Episode 68, a War of Fire and Shadows, is showing as having 684 views.
Holy shit.
So that is crazy. It is our
That's so cool.
best viewed episode ever, and
What
we can
fuckery
only
did we get up to in 68?
That's T-Rex Ashling.
There was T-Rex Ashling.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's what it was. It was T-Rexes. That's
T-Rex, Ashling, and Skate together have pushed us to 600 plus views on that one.
That is just
And I just
crazy.
learned polymorph, so get ready for more views.
Amazing.
Some other T-Rexes.
Some other T-Rexes. Theo, would you like to go, please?
Sure. You can find my illustration and stuff on my website, which is theoblueillustration.com, and there should be links to all of the other places you can find me on the internet, if you wish to.
Amazing. And very soon, the book will be coming out. So if you can pre-order that, please do.
You say very soon, it's still 6 months, but
That's soon in book world.
It will
in
fly
book
by.
world. It will fly by.
That's true.
Yeah, so you can pre-order it both UK and US side. It is beautiful. We're very excited. We can't wait to read it, and we are so proud of all the work that Theo has been doing on it.
Revoltingly so.
Yeah. So yeah, we love.
We are all revolted by their talent.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
just really proud. That's how I roll. Though.
Me and Wayne are disgusted in how good they are. at
We
this.
are, in fact, we are so grossed out, really.
Oh my god, no.
Sorry, he was just trying to eat some string.
No, it's fine. Like, look, Wayne and I are not in a position to
Let him
complain
chase
about
his
cats
lip.
today.
Yeah, that's right.
It's been so funny and full of cats. Oh, look at that little round face.
And Boba just looks over your shoulder from the bed, and he's just like, "What the fuck are all these stupid cats?"
God. Why has Boba got the cat energy and yet the cats have the dog energy? Or even is she? She's just on the bed, just chilling.
Yeah, she's just watching the
Aw.
world.
Boba!
Hi, Boba.
What?
I love watching her ears go.
Golden ears.
Charlie, where can we find you?
All my stuff is at charlievince.com. That's got the links to my socials, which is pretty much Instagram, Tumblr, and Blue Sky. That's all I'm really on, really. I post pretty
Just
pictures.
the three.
Occasionally post pictures of the hound. Ooh, Bubba! It's never not funny.
What are you doing?
It's never not funny
me?
seeing her go from 2D to 3D. Yeah, and there's stuff in my shop as well, and I've got stuff on Redbubble and Imprint, and that's about it. Just some pretty things. And I'm planning my Bologna trip soon, so if anyone else is going to Bologna, hit me up.
Amazing. That'd be exciting.
And hi, Mum, love you, Mum.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
This has been such a fun episode, you guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming along as well. There's been quite a few of you today. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been really lovely chat, seeing everybody in chat, and all of you that lurk in the background as well. We really do appreciate you. It really does help us out. Yeah.
Bunch of babes.
Yeah, I'm a stream lurker, so I appreciate all the lurkers.
Yeah,
Me too.
it's all good. Cool. I guess that just leaves me. I am Chris Mepham RPG. Wherever your media is social, you can actually find all my links on my link tree, which is in chat right now. Some Other Heroes, also at Some Other Heroes wherever media is social for the same reason. Personally, not got a huge amount going on. Got a couple of little commissions coming in, which is exciting, which I can tell you a bit more about at a later date. Other than that, if you want a character drawn, you can check out my art. If you like my style and you want your character drawn, let me know. I am open. My DMs are open on every channel. Also, or just shout at me next time I'm online, and I will.
Street.
Yeah, just
In the street.
don't shout too loud though, because I'm actually.
And then he'll do a commission for you.
Oh, don't want to encourage that. We will be back.
I'm going to do that to Charlie now. If I run into Charlie in town, I'm just
Hey,
going to run
I
up to her and just go, Tommy!
I have multiple friends who will drive past me and pretend catcall at me. And I'll be so ready to do a murder, and then I'll see it's them, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, hi!"
Yeah, that fits.
Oh dear. Yeah, we love Sparing Your Space. We love telling the story of you. Join us next week so we can find out exactly what's happened to our poor tiefling friend.
She broke into the wrong house. What happened to her? Idiot.
See, this is what happens when Eugene suddenly develops claim on the Zilman house.
Yeah.
He used to be caring. Now he's like, hey, broke into the wrong house, bitch.
I didn't say I didn't care.
I also like that every time we get to hang
Like, you
out.
fuck around, you find out.
As we well know.
Yeah. But she sort of flops in front of us as this injured person. Like, I'm here.
Hey, here's injuries. Ashling is alleyways.
Oh god.
Ah dear. Right. Have an amazing week, everybody. We will see you very soon. We love you very much. Roll dice, tell stories, take care of one another.
Mwah. Love you, bye.
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 There's an end title.